Other Ways to Vent by Iyla. Iyla has been dancing and singing since she was a kid. She grew up influenced by artists like Nina Simone, Pattie LaBelle, and Adele, to name a few. She started out singing in a group called Chynah, but ended up going solo under the name Bella Blue. Iyla means moonlight in Hindi. Is Iyla's second EP something worth checking out? How do we feel about it? Here's our honest review of Other Ways to Vent by Iyla.
Iyla. Other Ways to Vent. Is a Bella Blue. Ever heard it before?
No, I haven't. First time?
Yeah. It was a cool Friday morning to wake up and see this and click on the first song, and I heard that beat. I was like, ooh. Let's see what's up with this.
Oh, you had that stink face.
Yeah,
good.
Right. I know. How you feel about this album artwork, man?
I thought it was pretty cool. The shot kind of makes you want to do this. That's why I was just doing that. But it's just like the perspective it took. I like the whole like drawn out kind of perspective look. And of course, I'm a fan of color blue, so I like how it's laid out, and it looks like she's laying flat on the wall with her hair up like that. So it's a lot of different things were done to capture this image, so I think it was pretty dope.
I mean, he said everything there was to really say about it. Like, the perspective of the shot is actually really cool. I don't know what that has to do with venting at all, but it's still a cool album artwork.
Yeah.
The flow of this project is literally different ways to vent. Like, I don't really know what else you can say about it. I mean, it's quality venting music.
Nicely put. A lot of ways to vent on here. A lot of different ways to vent. There you go.
Highlights, man. So, Cash Rules with Method Man came on, and I was just like, I thought it was just gonna be the sample, and then when Method Man actually came in and rap, I'm like, oh man, okay, nice. Cool. She got a dope feature from Method Man. Great, yeah. That was cool. Bad Side is another song that's amazing. Frequency featuring Y2. Apparently her and Y2 they collaborate quite a bit. Okay. He works with her with writing, and he's actually really dope. Naked Girl was another one that was amazing. And One Way to Vent, Going Out was also a great song. String was a great song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just one of those moments as it flowed, as the album flowed. I was just like, man, the writing on that song was real strong. The way she's choosing to sing, the notes that she's hitting. I'm glad that she got to choose the influences that she didn't get to choose, but I'm glad the influences of music that was put on her because you get this high quality of music based on those influences.
Yes.
And apparently she kind of started out doing a different style of music, but I'm glad she settled on this because I feel like this is going to actually propel her pretty far.
Well, it feels natural and organic to her, and I think that's what I like when I listen to this. Like, it just came off as a very natural sound. It didn't sound forced. It sounded like her. But like the vocals as well, they were just really good. The writing was strong. On Bad Side and the strings, I really love the production, but also how her vocals go along with it so well. Like, she really has a voice that's captivating to your ears. Cash Rules was dope. It's always nice to see a verse by Method Man, first off, but like just to get on a classic beat like that, it's tough because it can be hit or miss. So I think she did good on that as well. But my favorite song would have been Naked Girl, just because the overall flow of it and everything like that. And I love how she went out with the on Other Ways to Vent, kind of like title track. And Frequency was dope too, like because it can have that kind of this generation type of sound to it. So she's capturing a whole bunch of elements, while describing her ways to vent. So I thought that was pretty clever.
Lowlights, man. Only thing I'll say is Tattoo Tears. And it's not that I don't like the song. I think it's a really good song. I just don't know if that was the song lyrically I would start the album out with.
Yeah.
Now, the song structure is really solid on it. The lyrics are actually really cool. But it's just something about the hook that I'm just like, I don't know if this is what you want to start the project off with. It's still a really good song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't say String. It's not like Strings is a bad song either. It's good, definitely a good song. I just wanted to, because I didn't mention that song. Because it's only 7 songs on this project. But if I did have a low light, it would be Tattoo Tears starting off the project.
Well, I don't have many lowlights to say, but one slight lowlight I have is with Cash Rules. And it's just because I feel like everybody has sampled that beat to a certain extent.
Oh, they didn't sample the beat?
Well, like just I won't say the sample, but I'll just say emulate that sound. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm very weary. Like when you just did K Michelle and she did the Rain beat or whatever like that. So it's like when I hear these influences, I'm like, oh, this can either go bad or wrong. But I like it, but it's just like at the same time, I hope we kind of veer away from that. I'm kind of annoyed with it in a sense, but that's just my personal. I still think it's a good song, but I just kind of like more originality when it comes to certain things.
Okay. Final thoughts. First of all, I just want to point out I listened to her interview on Sway. Mm-hmm. It was actually pretty insightful. It was from a while ago. It was actually before this project came out. It was when her War and Raindrops project came out, which I went back and listened to as well, which was pretty cool. But I do think this one was better. Definitely some progression.
Okay.
But she was talking about how she got started, and she talked about when she went to her audition, like she went into her audition topless and just let her hair hang over her breasts or whatnot. And that kind of goes with the Naked Girl song. And apparently Sway said
her audition?
For her audition at the label.
Oh, okay. And, that's one way to make an impression.
I mean, she just said she just wanted to own herself and be herself, and because she was stressing too much about what to wear, and she was just like, well, that's not me. I'm gonna just go in as me. But she also, Sway also said that when she performed the first time he saw her, she just brought a whole bunch of girls out topless with her that just kind of had their hair hanging over their breasts too. And it's kind of like it's like a woman empowerment moment. She said she had just came from like the Women's March and everything like that, and everything.
I'm surprised they allowed it. That's what I mean. I'm just saying, just with the world we live in. I'm just saying.
I mean, but it's just, you know, you have so many people talking about taking away women's rights,
right,
and stuff
right,
like that, and she kind of just wants to lean into, you know, being yourself. So I thought that was a cool aspect.
That's really dope.
Just listening to her story, she's got a real cool story. She's got an amazing voice. Her and her producer pretty much worked together to make this sound, and I think they have something really special here. She was talking about, you know, being at the Grammys last time. I don't know if this is like Grammy worthy music right here, but it's definitely high quality. Sway suggested that she go on tour with LMA and her, and I was just like, that could be a really good tour.
Yeah.
Like snapping all of them together.
Very diverse range of sound too.
Yeah, and they all have some really dope voices. So that could be, I mean, I'd go see that. That'd actually be pretty cool. But yeah, man, I think Iyla has a really dope sound. She has a different look from everybody else in R&B right now.
Yeah,
so it's actually a really cool project. I think people should give it a try.
Yeah, that's what I love about her is just the fact that I feel like this is a very unique artist just from the first listen. And I feel like, you know, she has more ways to vent than this. And I'm very interested to learn more because just from her sound, it sounds organic and so full of life that I'm invested in what she's talking about. So, yeah, most definitely worth a listen.
Final grade. Give it a check. I think it's really solid from top to bottom. Like I said, I just wouldn't have started it out with Tattoo Tears. What would I have started it out with? I don't know, maybe Naked Girl or Bad Side, just to kind of throw a wrench into what you're expecting from the project.
Yeah.
But it's still a really good project. She has an amazing voice. I think you should give it a try. And if you like what you hear, go check out like Shampoo and a couple of the other songs on the Warren Raindrop project. It's only like 6 songs, I think.
Okay.
It's really short, just
cool.
like this.
Cool. Yeah, most definitely a check from me. I feel like you're going to find a few songs to add to your playlist. But yeah, most definitely going to keep her on my radar and see what she go do next.